Greetings, beauty warrior. Dr. Diane Kaiser here. I am a naturopathic doctor and non-toxic beauty expert, as well as holistic health coach and detox expert. The whole purpose of this video is to show you my beauty routine, AM, PM, what to do weekly, what to do monthly, how to reduce wrinkles by 28% with just one application of this specific collagen mask. I'm going to show you how to use routinely or weekly. We're going to be covering dermal rolling. We're going to cover infrared red light therapy, the booster, the serum, the creams, the things to do on a regular basis, as well as how to use peptides for boosting collagen as well within a whole routine that you could follow on a regular basis. I'm simplifying the exact protocol that I've created over the last 5 years, nailing this down and how to understand how to build my beauty, really rebuild my beauty after being poisoned by breast implants, Botox, as well as several other beauty poisons that you may not know about. So if you're on the same trajectory as me, if you're all about how to boost your beauty in a non-toxic fashion, this video is for you. Let's dive in. You're listening to Cleanse, Heal, Ignite podcast, and I'm your hostess, Diane Kaiser, functional diagnostic nutrition practitioner, former pro soccer player, transformational leader, holistic healer, and life purpose coach, helping you and your business awaken to your full potential. We are a transformation tribe of visionaries empowering passion-quenching, heart-centered advice to wellness warrior leaders on self-love, nutrition, mindset, and divorcing perfectionism. Our mission is to help you laugh your way to a sexy belly, love your way to vitality, and live your life with purpose by sharing real talk and truth drops that will help you cleanse your body, heal your hormones, and ignite your life. Side effects of this podcast may include all-day energy, happy hormones, perfect poops, increased confidence, becoming your own best healer, and catching the self-love virus. There's currently no vaccination to protect you from this and no known cure. In most cases, listeners experience a strong desire to accept new challenges, ditch toxic people, follow their heart, and dance like no one's watching. If you experience moods happier than usual, live it unapologetically and share with your social media friends immediately. Okay, so as you can see, I'm here in my robe, and as you could probably tell by the lighting, it is AM right now. So this is a routine. I'm going to show you guys what to do in the AM and the PM, and it's going to cover all of your bases from all the different products, the dermal rollers, the peptides, and everything else that you need to do this successfully. And you have a couple of different options. So I'm going to give you kind of like the beginners as well as the advanced. So you can do this as many different ways as you'd like. But before you're going to do your microneedling and the peptides and everything, you're going to want to stabilize your skin for 2 weeks with just using some of the basics. And you're going to want to do this with more of the basic line. RIMAN is my favorite skincare line to use. It actually is more hydrating than any other skincare line that I've used. In fact, really people don't know this, but 9 out of 10 skincare lines don't even hydrate your skin at the subdermis layer. So what you'll want to do is something like this. So this is the currently available Expert RIMAN Ritual, and this is what we call the X line. So there's 2 different ways you can get started with RIMAN. You can become a planner or you can become a customer. All that information is on my dianekaiser.com/RIMAN page, and you can see that page or the video of me on top talking about this entire skincare line. You don't need to use this company, but it's what I recommend because this is the foundational 5 that I recommend and have been seeing massive results with. So you could choose between one of these 2 to become a customer or to become a planner, which is essentially you can start using them and then recommend them to others to earn 10% or more. That's what I am doing currently. So there's 2 different ways that you can do this to get started with the foundations. One is to start with the Expert Ritual, which is what I recommend to everybody to get started. This is what 90% of people start with. There is the other 10%, which is more advanced skincare line. It's more for deeper pockets of wrinkles and fine lines, for someone who's a little bit older and who really wants to go super hard into starting. However, more people, if they start with this, we've been noticing that they have more sensitive skin. So it's best to introduce the advanced ritual after you've done the X line for at least 2 weeks. So I recommend that everybody get started with the Expert RIMAN Ritual Kit because it contains the double cleansing, which is the Pure Cell Cleansing Oil. Let me just open up this image in a new tab so you guys can see it better. Pure Cell Cleansing Oil and the Snow Enzyme Cleansing Oil. It's called our double cleansing. So you use that in the morning and at night. And then after that, you do what's called the Boosie Boo, which let me zoom in this one so you can see it. You use the booster and then serum and then booster right after that, and then use the active cream when you go to bed at night. That's what you're going to be doing for 2 weeks. And what you can do alongside that is twice a week or so using the Active X cleanup powder. That's more of the exfoliator, and that's what you can do the nights that you're doing the dermal rolling after 2 weeks of stabilizing your skin with just the products that I talked about here. The cleansing oil, which is called the double cleanser, the Boosie Boo, which is the 2 products that we have listed right here, and then the active cream. So that's the 5 that you'll use. Bonus, if you use the Aqua Protection Sunscreen, you actually are being exposed to harmful EMF, which is the radiation that actually has very unhealthy levels of UV as well. So you want to protect yourself when you're even exposed to it in front of screens like I am right now. So you'll want to use that sunscreen in the morning. So during the day, you won't be exposed to harmful levels of UV, UVB especially. The Viaton Mist is there for if you're going to be using the collagen sheets, which is what I'll go over next. So for 2 weeks, this is what you're going to be doing to stabilize your skin. Okay, so important to note that that's where we're going to start. Okay, I'm going to come back to you guys. So after you've done that for 2 weeks, then you could begin with the whole dermal rolling routine and the collagen sheets, as well as the infrared lights and peptides. So now that we've covered that, I'm going to take us to the next level, which you can see that I have red light on me. I have red light on me all day long when I'm doing webinars, when I'm doing videos like this, when I'm creating patient protocols, when I'm doing podcasts or I'm being interviewed. So that's really fun. It's got a cool little light over here. Note that right now, what I'm going to be showing you is that this is the protocol that after you, like I said, have been doing the stabilizers for 2 weeks, then you can start incorporating dermal rolling, the peptides, and then the infrared. So notice that this is daytime that I'm doing this. I recommend that you do this at nighttime, and then you go to bed on a very clean sheet. So make sure that you're using non-toxic things to clean your sheets, and you're using things like cotton or silk. You're using more organic things instead of like the polyesters. Those are bonuses, but you just don't want to be retoxing your skin after you've been doing so much work to keep it clean. So, you know, hemp or cotton or silk, those are really great things to lay on when you're going to bed at night, and just make sure you're practicing healthy things. You're not using like the Tides with the fragrances on them, ingredients, etc., that are very toxic for the body. They're xenoestrogens, and they add more inflammation to the skin. Okay, so now let's get into it. So let's pretend that you just did your foundational routine and you used the Active X Cleanup Powder at nighttime. You use the double cleanser, and you're using that one that is more exfoliating. Next thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to dermal roll. So let me show you how to do this. And I'm not going to do the full 5-minute routine, just in essence of saving time. So what you do when you're doing the dermal rolling is you're just actually doing small little rolling like this. So you go up and down, and then you do a cross with it as well. So you do this on your face and your neck and your décolleté. You're going to be doing this for 5 minutes. Okay, so you're doing it all over your body. Stay away from that close to the eye. I actually do it up here just a little bit gently over my eyebrows, because it does encourage the hair to grow back, because we're boosting collagen. And I do it close to the hairline. You can have a different one, and I'd recommend having a different one for your hairline. 2 different ones, because there's a lot different toxins and oil on the hair that you don't want to expose the face to. But things like eyebrow hair is okay. So again, you're doing up and down and then crossing an X. And then you do it over the lips as well. You do left to right, up and down, making sure you could also put little puncture wounds too. And it's just a tiny little bee sting. It doesn't even barely feel like anything. So doing it the X shape. And so you do this for 5 minutes, and you do this again, up and down on your neck as well, and your décolleté. So you can see how I'm doing this. These usually last for about a month, or sorry, about a year if you're using them properly. You want to get things like surgical stainless steel is best, or titanium. but you don't want to get ones that are made of like plastic or any other cheap toxins, because that's going to go directly into your bloodstream, because remember, you're making little puncture wounds here. So this is how you do it down here on your chest. A lot of people have, including myself, a lot of sun damage from not wearing the proper sunscreen over the years. Okay, so let's just say that I just did this for 5 minutes, okay? And you could do this while you're watching videos or a movie, TV. You can focus here on the marionette lines, which is something that I have been working on, AKA the jowls, making sure that you're going back and forth to create an X. And then making sure that you're doing your nose too. When I had breast implants, one of the things I learned, and I wrote my book called Killer Breasts that you could see behind me, and I made the documentary with David Icke called Dying to be Beautiful, is that women with breast implants, we attack a third of our own self-made collagen. So no good. First of all, remove the toxin so that you don't continue to retox. Just like I was saying with the word retox, you don't want to lay on toxic sheets with toxic fragrances. So I use doTERRA for my detergent, and stop using those dryer sheets as well. I just use the little dryer balls and then put essential oils on it from doTERRA. Okay, so now that I've given you guys an idea, that was probably just a few minutes, I have created puncture wounds all over my skin, right? So on the neck, on the chin, on the lips, on the eyebrows, not all the way up to the eyes. Although when I did Botox, I'll tell you guys, one of the main things that took a hit was my eyes underneath. I was for 6 months, I was itching my face until it bled, itching my skin until it bled, because I got so poisoned by Botox. And you could watch anything that I talked about on Non-Toxic Beauty. You can go to dianekeisha.com/Botox. You can go to killerbreastbook.com. You can go to killerbreastdocumentary.com. And you can see my documentary with David Icke on my website, dianekaiser.com. So, all right, that's all of the resources for you guys while I was dermal rolling. Again, you do this at night. So now that I've finished that, what you can do is this is what a lot of people will do, is I'm just going to keep this very simple right now. Okay. So, because if you don't want to do the peptides, let's just say you want to keep it real simple and you don't want to go into peptides just yet, you would do your booster, then your serum, and then your booster, and then you do the Active X Cream. Or if you're doing the advanced line, it would be the booster, the serum, and then the advanced cream from the Radiessence line, the more advanced line. So what you would do is just spray and then put the serum on, 2 pumps on the face and the neck, and about 5 sprays each before and then after the serum. And then you use just a generous amount of the cream. Again, you're doing this twice a week with the dermal rolling. So let's say that you did the dermal rolling and you did those 3 products. Afterwards, you would then use this is one company that I like, which is the higher dose. This is the infrared light mask, and I'm going to put all the links below so that you guys can see what I'm talking about and where to get it with the discount codes that I have. So there's a little thing that's attached to it. When you hold it down, it will show the red light, and you could do a 10-minute setting or a 20-minute setting. So then you just put it on your face and you just hang out for 10 minutes and look psycho. And it's kind of hard to watch TV or do anything because you're looking through the red lights, but this will automatically turn off when it's done. And then all you do is recharge this when it needs to be recharged. If you want to do 20 minutes, then that's totally up to you. I like to do 20 minutes because I like to just be extra. Okay, now let me show you guys the other option. So that's twice a week. The other option, if you want to go more advanced, is you can add the serums alongside with the peptides. So here is the other one I like. You can go to dianekeisha.com/purchase peptides, and you can get copper peptides. This one requires a small needle. You can buy these needles on Amazon. I'll put a link below. They're very small. These are the same needles I use to inject TB500, thymosin alpha, or BPC 157. I would not recommend injecting the copper peptides. This I'm just going to pull out for just getting the peptides out, and then afterwards I inject myself with the other peptides I just referred to. But I'm just going to keep it super simple. Right now, use the alcohol swab, and you can just clean the tip of the needle and then clean the tip of the copper peptide vial like this. And then what you do is you're going to put the needle into the peptides. Okay, now that should be enough. So I just pulled out 10 units. And then what I would do is I would take this. Here's another extra added bonus. Put the link below on how you can get DMSO as well. You could use any brand, but this is one of the ones that I stocked up on. So I happen to have this one right now. But DMSO helps everything to get absorbed better and takes it across the skin membrane. So again, like I said, you can use any type of DMSO that you would like, but this is basically a non-toxic, odorless, crystalline compound, and it's used in the cosmetic industry as well as the pharmaceutical industry for its ability to allow chemical structures like peptides to pass through the skin and deeper within the bodily tissues. It reduces inflammation naturally. It basically comes from the bark of a tree. And what it means is that any substance that's added to this DMSO will enter through the skin much more readily, along with penetrating tissues within the body that otherwise would not be reached. So again, you can just use the DMSO with any kind of skincare product that you want, but I'm recommending it with the peptides. You don't have to use it with peptides because remember, we just punctured the layer of the skin with the dermal rolling. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just added bonus. Again, you don't have to do this. I'm just going to take some of these drops right here and I'm going to add the copper peptide to this in my hand. And my finger is also clean. I've cleaned it with the alcohol swab, so you can do that too. And then now I'm going to add the peptides, the collagen boosting peptides everywhere where I just punctured my skin. So DMSO helps to also spread it easier all over the skin. The other thing that you can do, and it smells really funny, it smells kind of like garlicky. This is what we use down at our clinic in Tijuana as well. We actually put DMSO in our IVs because it reduces inflammation so much. So we use it internally, use it topically. All right, now I put it all over my décolleté, neck. It's just nice to give yourself a nice massage too. So what you're going to feel is a little bit of a burning sensation. It's kind of like a really satisfying is the viral thing to say. So satisfying meaning that you know that it's working, right? It's like no pain, no gain kind of satisfying. Okay, now the other thing that you could do is you could have just taken the serum and added the copper peptide to the serum, and you can call it good. The other thing is that a lot of people don't want to deal with the needles and everything like that. You could also take copper peptides intranasally, or you can take it in capsule form. So that's totally up to you. But the way I'm showing you is the more advanced option. I'll put the steps below just in case you get confused because it does help to have a bit of a tutorial. You don't want to do the moisturizer or any of that stuff until after you've done the mask. Okay, the other option, because the people are like, how often should I be doing the dermal rolling and this whole routine? I recommend you do it twice a week, at night only, like I mentioned, or the other option, what you can do is just once a week, but twice a week is better. And then another option is once a week, you can incorporate the collagen melting sheets into your routine. So the collagen melting sheets requires the use of the Viaton oil mist and having the collagen melting sheets from RIMAN. Sometimes you can buy them by themselves. Sometimes they're available by themselves without having to buy a kit. And sometimes they're only available through kits, but we always have different things on the website for you guys to see. Again, that's dianecasia.com/RIMAN. You can always reach out to see how we can support you here. I have a group that's called dianecasia.com/VIP. That is where we have our Mindshare Ministry VIP group calls for members only every week. For a couple of hours, we meet and we talk about all of these things. So the melting sheets you can do once a week, away from the nights that you're doing the dermal rolling. So if I were you, I would just do dermal rolling and this whole routine I just showed you once at least a week, and then do the collagen melting sheets a different night once a week. If you have like an event or a wedding or something like that, you can use the collagen melting sheets every night for 7 days. It's going to reduce wrinkles by up to 28% by even just one use. So I have a separate video that you can watch. I've got lots of things on my Instagram channel. Let me actually just show you guys my screen. You can go to my Instagram channel where I show you, like right here, how to use the collagen melting sheets, or a small, very short tutorial how to use the dermal rolling. But just make sure that you guys follow me for more. This is where I put all of my little fun tutorials. And if you want to boost collagen from within, then I would recommend, like I said, the copper peptides intranasally, or you can take them in a supplement form. And that's where you can get them on dianekaiser.com/purchase peptides. Use Chi Ministry for 15% off. How often can you use your infrared mask? I have a coupon code for higher dose on dianekaiser.com/shop, and you can see the coupon code on there. You can use this mask every night if you want to, or twice a day if you want to, for like 10 minutes each time. That's totally up to you, but I would recommend at least the RIMAN ritual set once, or if not twice a day. And then the other things I like to use for, because some people ask me, well, what do I use on my lips? What do I use for moisturizer underneath my eyes? This is what I'd recommend, is the Viaton Multi-Stick Balm. I use it pretty much religiously all throughout the day. I put it here, I put it here, and it's just very moisturizing, and it's easy to get into those pockets because of the way that the stick is shaped. So that is the full routine. If you guys want to follow along for other peptides on how I use them, you can, again, in the VIP group. I have several other videos on that. But I really hope that this helps you guys create a fun ritual so that you feel like you're pampering yourself every single day and night, where at least you've got the basics, the foundational 5 that I talked about: the double cleanser, the Boosie Boo, and the moisturizer at night, protecting yourself with sunscreen, moisturizing with the Viaton balm, and then adding in the bonuses of dermal rolling with the peptides, as well as the blue mask, which is the infrared light therapy. I'm Dr. Diane Kaiser. I'm a naturopathic doctor, and I'm so excited to bring you this whole routine as a bunch of different options for you and your loved ones. Because remember, right now, it's ridiculous. They're telling teenagers that they should start early with the Botox so that they don't get fine lines and wrinkles later on in life. Why are we poisoning our teenagers? Why are we poisoning ourselves? So I will end with this. Botox is one of the most toxic substances known to man. In 2023, there were 70,341 total reported cases and 10,427 serious cases, as well as 866 deaths. Now, what we know about reporting to the FDA is only 1 to 10% report. So we could add either 1 or 2 zeros to all of these figures, meaning that there's at least 700,000 total cases, if not 7 million total cases. 8,666 deaths, if not 80,666 deaths. There are several Botox illness symptoms we've recorded in a Facebook group with 10,000 plus people in it. Currently 58 at the very least. A lot of these have been reported for people who have had Botox injury. But if you guys want to go to dianekaiser.com/Botox, you can see a whole podcast that I've done on this topic, as well as how many studies there has been on Botox, the history of the use of it as a war poison, and the patients that even I've worked with that have been using Botox and has been causing them a tremendous amount of injury. So it's up to you. A lot of people get very angry because I'm taking away their toy, essentially. Botox injectables, they're very, very toxic. Injectables have proven to be causing breast cancer, have been proven to cause brain cancer. And there's all kinds of articles on that as well that you can even find easily on YouTube. So, and that I've been doing lots of podcasts about. I've been doing stage presentations on it. Some of the most famous MDs and plastic surgeons are calling this out. And then also that they've done MRIs on people who've done fillers, and even 10 years later, they still see these injectables, the fillers that live inside the face, and they've never really even broken down. So this is something to take consideration, to take serious consideration to, because the fillers, they don't migrate as much as Botox does. Botox can migrate to other parts of the body. It can paralyze your organs like your livers, your kidneys, your lungs, your heart, your brain. And Botox kills nerves as well. It kills your empathy. Contrary to what fillers do, fillers is considered a medical device because it is considered a permanent device. It's considered permanent. So know that there are a lot of warnings out there that you need to take heed of, and hence why I am so passionate about making videos like this. So if this video helped you, make sure to give it a thumbs up, make sure to share it with all the friends that you know, especially ones that have teenagers, and share it with your teenagers too. If you have young kids that really need to hear this stuff. And if you're somebody that's out there that's an esthetician or a non-toxic beauty expert that wants more information, you could always go to my nontoxicbeautyschool.com and learn more about how you can build your beauty naturally, or reach out to my team, support@dianekaiser.com, if you want to learn how to become a beauty expert just like this. And that's it for now, you guys. Have a beautiful day, literally and intentionally from the inside out. You are beautiful. So just be you. Remember that we don't need poisons, including toxic war poisons, to be naturally beautiful. Natural beauty starts from within. Also, comment below, have you tried these protocols? If you have any questions, let me know what works for you guys, what you like, what you don't like, because sharing is caring. Love you guys. Love you gals. See you next time.
Thanks for tuning in to today's show. If this episode really tugged at your soul and you're ready to have your personal breakthrough, we would love to have a heart-to-heart with you to get you crystal clear on 3 things. What do you want? What's standing in your way? And how do we get you to your soul goal in the fastest time possible? Visit my site, dianekaiser.com/call to schedule your free 1-hour connection session with one of our warriors to map out exactly how you want to look, feel, and live. We've helped thousands of women warriors just like you all around the world free themselves from the symptoms and suffering they never thought possible. And you just might be our next success story. Talk soon.